Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Need to probably turn this one off over here. Thank you. How is everybody doing? Let's get some hellos done here. Let me get to the top here real quick. Rick was the first one here tonight. How are you, my friend? Silver Lining was close. Terminator. Hello, Terminator. I was thinking about you today. Looks like everyone's getting hot. Potpourri for Life is here. See, where we go down here. Eagle Lover, Texas. Good evening. Dan Redding's in the house. Hey, I've known Mr. Dan Redding probably longer than anybody else I still talk to. Probably my oldest friend. And we're both getting really old. What else we got here? Hey, Pat, what's going on? Pat Wiley's
Pat.
here. Yep, DeVries Custom Leather. How are you, my friend? Hey, thank you for your email. I really did appreciate it. Let me get down here. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully I'm not too. Drummondson Lives here. Good evening. Skanes Girl, good evening. The greatest name on the internet.
Half bubble off plum.
Is here.
Did you say hello to Eagle Lover?
I said hello to Eagle Lover, but say it, you got to tell her again because she's very sensitive, you know.
Yeah, don't forget.
Yeah.
Don't forget Eagle Lover. Hello.
Janine is here. Oh my goodness. Bird's Eye View. And Indiana Mike are here.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, Bird's Eye View and Indiana Mike. Oh my goodness. Prep for the Eternity Homestead is here. Matt is here. Jesus is here. Salty Blank is here. Hey, Rickster says he's ready to pay for his shirt and beanie.
All right.
Do you even know what he wants?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's pretty easy, right?
Yes. Hey, look in that top drawer and see if there's a glasses wipes. Would you?
I don't even know what that is.
Nope. Okay, never mind.
Here, give him a shirt.
Yes.
Use my shirt. That's what husbands are made for, you know. Hey, Arthur Roy, good evening to you as well. Hey, Hippocrates, what's up, bud? One Step Closer's here. Scott Farm is here. Good evening to you. Hey, One Step Closer, I wanted you to know that I've had some recent requests for the ungovernable calculator. You know, I had a whole bunch in the beginning and then it really slowed down. But I've had a bunch of requests lately, so I think it's just super, super neat. We need to sit down and think about how to continue to grow that thing. Easy, good evening to you. Gypsy, what's up? Dorothy's here. Good evening to you. American Roots. I'm going to talk about you guys tonight. Hilltop Home Place, good evening. All right, super cool. I'm caught up. All right, what's first thing on your list?
Bum, 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 bum.
How come your list is always a quarter of mine?
You talk more.
Maybe that's why I talk more.
So we harvested an unexpected harvest.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to the garden to see just kind of get a grip on what I need to get done, and found mulberries. The mulberry tree that's inside the garden had bloomed and produced berries. So we got an ice cream bucket of mulberries that are in the fridge, and I'm going to squeezo strain them because I found the squeezo strainer, and I'll do a video of it, and then I'm going to cook it down and make some syrup.
Mm-hmm. And when is this going to happen? Because it's all style points to deliver. So
this weekend. I was actually going to do it today, but then it ended up not raining as much as I had thought initially. Mm-hmm. So I was in the garden a lot more than I thought. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow, because I think I thought we were supposed to get 2 days of rain next.
Oop, I'm missing people. Start a Dope, good evening to you.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll be cool. Good evening. Yep, at America Roots. Oh, yeah, Silver Lining was here way early.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Tamara Smith, good evening to you. JB, good evening to you. ACM Homestead. Hello, my friends. Okay, so you're going to make some mulberry syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Mulberry syrup. So we harvested an unexpected harvest.
So Bee's garden number 2, she's got 2 big gardens. And in number 2, there's 2 trees inside the garden. They're both big trees, and they're both mulberry trees.
And we didn't know that when we
built it. No.
Put the garden in. So it was an unexpected surprise.
Yep.
Do you know of any other mulberry trees that have mulberries? Maybe we should do a pass on the 4-wheeler to see if there was, if we can see anything. Because right now apparently is when they are ready. But I Although I could do a batch of jam or something if I had.
No, I think syrup sounds good. Songs of joy. Good evening to you. Yep, cool. All right, is it my turn?
Sure.
Hey, for all you prayer warriors out there, I've had a guy on my channel a couple times called, and his name's All American Prepper, and for those of you guys know, he's rough around the edges and that, but he's a freedom fighter, and his dad is struggling for life, today, and so everybody's worried over there. So for all your prayer warriors out there, if you'd send, the All American, prayers for his dad, and we hope that something changes on that front. I don't wish ill on anyone, and I know he's nervous, and I know his life will change because of it, because he'll pick up a dependent, his mom, and he'll have to work on some other things. And he lives pretty simply. He washes his butt outside in the tub, and just does stuff a lot the simple way. But if you guys would send him prayers, I think that would be great. Steve, good evening to you. Yeah, please send them to him. Like I said, he's one of us, we're all a little bit different. I want to talk about that a lot tonight. Or that's one thing heavy on my heart today, is how differences just keep separating us. And it just drives me crazy every single day as I watch it. But Jen Botho, good evening to you.
As you watch the differences?
No, as I watch people allow it to separate us.
Oh, yeah.
And I got all kinds of examples of how that works, but how one sect of Christianity gets mad at the next sect of Christianity, and the Catholics get mad at the Baptists, whatever it is, what I'm talking about. Or even in our prepping world, you got people who don't like the way somebody lives, or don't like the way someone chooses, or don't like habits somebody has, or whatever it is. And we're all flawed human beings, and how is it that we can claim to be freedom loving and then not give people freedom? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just does not make any sense to me. But
and the thing is too, like, we all have a past.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Oh, that's a good one. Right. None of us are perfect. We are almost perfect.
I have a past.
Yeah. Well, we all do, right?
And there's things I've done that I wasn't, I hang my head in shame about. So
Carrie Davis, good evening. Amber Martin, good evening, my friend. Yep, Amber's a rock star. She's here local.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to say that. So what have I been working on? So I finished the portable barn today.
Is it done?
It's done. It's ready to haul it. We'll haul it out of my shop. Thank you. So I have a portable, a 10 by 12, an 8 by 10, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
8 by 10 portable building in my shop right now that I built just from the ground up, put wheels on it, and it's in there ready to come out now, so that she can get be able to move the sheep around all the pastures and let them eat. And so but she needed something temporary to move around with her UTV, and so I built it, and we'll shoot a video of it just to show everybody that. So that's what I've been working on. Oh my goodness, look at this one. So Dan says, remember fishing out of the back of my Brat. Yeah, so Dan had a Subaru Brat. And man, we beat on that thing.
No. What, like 16, 17?
Oh yeah. And it was brown. And we would just drive all over the place.
I don't know what a Brat is.
This
is like a hatchback.
No, it's like a really small pickup.
Oh, a pickup.
Kind of like half car, half pickup. You know, like an El Camino.
Oh, like, yeah?
Yeah, so it's half car,
but
half
mini?
truck. But mini. We had so much fun in that thing. Dan, I had so many good memories of that. So many. Popery for Life says, we all have a past, and we all have our views and values, but we can live in harmony simply by accepting each other and caring. Yeah, well, I think this is a super interesting topic. I know that there's a member of our audience who is hurting, and there's some family turmoil, and there's some things going on there. And, like Bethany said, we all make mistakes in our lives, and I have made so many, and, but you grow from them, and, who you are today is not who you were 5 years, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Right. And so we got to learn to be tolerant of each other and patient with each other, just drives me crazy. Salty Blank says, I was raised Christian, taught that there is one God and one Jesus. What else we got here? How would you pronounce that? Aljo? Is that what you'd say? Aljo?
Aljo, yeah.
Well, Aljo, hello from California. Yep. You and me both, man. Yep. Let me see here. Who else we got here? Southern California. Yep.
California.
Yeah, JB's in the house. Cool. I think I already said hello to JB, but anyway. So the sheep house or the portable shed's going to come out of the shop, and then I'm going to build a duck house right behind it, apparently.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. Like that would be ideal.
Yeah.
For you to work on next.
To explain to them why you need it. To tell them the whole complex story of, because you have a huge, chicken coop. You have all kinds of stuff out there. Why all of a sudden do you need something else?
And it's great. I have a chicken coop that has a plywood floor, and it's great for chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the chicken part, I guess, the baby part. So my section that I have sectioned off, chicken wired off for babies is wood bottom. And I thought that I was going to keep the ducks in there just for a few weeks, maybe a month or a couple. And then I would put them in with the big chickens. But I was told that I can't put the ducks. There's 4 ducks and like 50 chickens in this house.
In that coop. Yeah, because you have 30, 40 more in a brooder. The baby stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So in that house, bird house. So I was told that I couldn't put the 4 ducks in with the other chickens because they would peck their eyes out. So then I thought, okay, well, maybe if I got a couple more ducks. So I've got those.
She's got a problem, and her solution is to make the problem bigger.
Yeah. I guess if you look at it that way, yes, it's I'm making the problem bigger. But so I need to get the ducks. The ducks like spit or something. They make the worst. They stink so bad. They're ruining the floor of the baby pen because it's like thick and crusted with, I don't even know what it is. It's so gross. But if I can get them out of the wood bottomed coop and onto like a floor ground, then yes, it'll still be wet, but it's not ruining and soaking it up.
Well, but isn't there another problem there too, which is that those ducks got to get out of there because you have 40.
Yes.
Tell them why this.
Yes, so I do. I have ducks that are getting ready to hatch. They're on day 22. And so I have a dozen eggs in there, and then I have 40 birds in the brooder. So I need to get the birds out of the brooder so I can put the new ducks in.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get the ducks out of the. I have to move the ducks so I can move the chickens so I can move the ducks.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
Dana Green, hello.
Does anybody need any birds?
Yeah, Hippocrates says it sounds like a government solution.
Right, make the problem bigger.
Yeah, so because we got ducks hatching in a few days, the ducks have to go into the brooders, right? The chicks that are in the brooders are getting too big to be in the brooders, and they got to get moved out to the baby pen. But the baby ducks are in the baby pen, and so they got to get moved in with either the chickens or their own space.
Right?
Something.
Yes, but I don't know what they need. So just like when you were building the sheep shed, you were like, hey, this is for a movable building. What all do you want on the inside of it? And I'm like, I've never had a movable sheep building. What, feeder? I don't know. Mm-hmm. So then we build it, and then the neighbor comes over and goes, oh
yeah, that was fun.
Why do you have 4 sides on it? Mm-hmm. You should just have 3 sides on it and like a gate or a cattle panel on the 4th side. And we're like, that's not really a building then, is it? Yeah, he's like, they don't really need a building. They don't want a building. It's too hot. They don't want a den.
A cave is what he said.
A cave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so we cut a hole in it and made a window.
A big window. But hey, Rhonda, good evening to you. Anyway, you skip all over the place. Barb says, now people are in an uproar. Don't shop at Target. Don't shop at, etc. to hurt these companies down. But I feel it's the big plan to hurt Americans to bring us down more. It's a plan from higher up. we were talking about the Target and Bud Light thing on the live I did with Garen and All American Prepper, and I really think that this is going on because, or one huge benefit out of it to them is they're going to drive their stock prices down, which then allows the company to buy back up their stock.
Oh, I heard you say that, and I went, oh, of course, that's looking at it from the eyes of the corporate world.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The benefits of it.
Yeah. Well, I only see it through the corporate world. That's the only way I see it, because we're just buyback.
What do you stand to gain and what do you stand to lose?
Yeah.
Right? That you say that.
Yeah. But to Barb's point, I mean, I think there is a big plan to hurt Americans, but I think we have to vote with our dollar. We have to choose who to spend our money with, Barb. We have to. Because there are companies out there who further what you believe, and there are companies out here who are working actively against what you believe. And so if you give your money to the companies that are working actively against what you believe, then your money is being funded to fight yourself. Right? I mean, so let's see. What do we got here? When the community building is complete, time for a duck potluck. Yeah, let's talk about the community building. So we got the tin. All the 2x6s to frame it, everything to build the trusses, the paper, the cap tops, a solar system, and then we've got a couple gift cards that were sent in, so we just haven't used those yet in reference to buying stuff for them. So really, I'm down to windows, doors, and OSB, right? House wrap,
wire.
Well, I'm just talking about getting it weather tight.
Oh,
just getting the process of getting it weather tight, because then you get a whole another series
House
of
wrap.
Cabinets and all kinds of stuff that goes on the inside, but.
Yeah.
And then probably obviously something to side it with, although I may use tin. We'll just kind of see how it works. B and I ran into a good deal on tin. And so we bought up a bunch of it.
And we were hoping to have enough to maybe do one complete color on the roof, and then maybe enough to do a different color halfway up on the walls, or 3/4 of the way up on the walls.
Depends kind of on what we get,
Yeah. Depends on how much we need to have in the end.
Yeah. Big Kid says, consider going in the ground anywhere you can for animal lodging. It mellows the temperature swings. God, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Just cut out a section to where the roof's pretty much on the ground.
Yeah.
And they're going in because it's so much cooler.
Yes. When I was in the cellar of the neighbor's cellar, just that 5 steps made a complete difference.
Yeah. Terminator says, be welcome to homesteading and farming life. You are always learning now. It's ducks, laugh out loud.
Yes. Isn't that the truth?
It's always something. Yeah.
There are lessons to be learned everywhere.
Yep. Good evening, Rhonda. You see Barb says, true about what companies to support.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't really take a lot of what I see on the news as factual. And just like you guys remember when the whole Tractor Supply thing was going on and everybody got all upset about them, I actually went and read about it and looked into their board of directors and looked into how they do business and where they donate their money and to what political party they donate their money. Guys, these things are all available. All you gotta do is Google them, right? And so you can literally go into Target, for example, and you can find out what's going on, where they're spending your money on. I know you guys have heard the saying, follow the money.
Yes.
Right. I mean, this is basics 101, but you can absolutely go do it, and that's what I do. And so I just try to make sure that I'm spending my money at a place that furthers my agenda instead of against my agenda. Skanes Girl says support local. I could not agree more. Yep. Again, brother, I'm not sure what 9 is.
9.
9.
9.
Yep.
Skating rink. Disco ball.
Yep. Oh, sorry. There you go right there. Support the farmers. Yeah, we try to do as much as we can for ourselves and then support in our community, but we don't have enough community members. I know I say that right. We got this big, beautiful community, but to take care of 100% of the needs, we just haven't grown that far yet. Big Kid says, if we aren't learning, we are either dead or dead end. Amen to that. Here's a cool one. Hello. Just had a baby cow born. Oh, congratulations. Nice. Yeah, we had on our Zoom, this was months ago, but Gypsy had a baby and filmed it while we were talking. And it was one of these really cool moments because we were talking about prepping and homesteading at the same time watching this baby calf be born. And so it was just really, really cool.
Yeah.
What kind
of cows do you have?
Who was that? I gotta go back up.
What, right there? The cow?
Yeah, was it?
Milk and honey,
Oh, right
right
there.
there.
Oh, it's on the front screen.
Yeah.
I'm watching the chat box.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. So milk and honey. What kind of cows do you have? Oops, let me see here. Ooh, very good, right there. That sausage making video is up on my channel. Okay, cool.
Oh, good.
Let me see here.
You writing it down?
Yeah, well, actually, Salty Blank, you ought to put a link to your channel in this chat right here, so that people can just click on it.
Oh, that's even better.
Right? Yeah, community is growing. I see many new names. Yeah, it is growing, guys. We've been so incredible fortunate, both from the online community, right, and then also in our local community, and then the middle ground of that too, which is really, 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 really cool. And you know, we got to spend, I guess we could talk about that. We got to spend a couple days this last week with American Roots. So I'm working, just doing my thing. And then I come to find out that American Roots will be here in a day, or, you know, half a day. I don't remember what the distance is by the time I got the first text they were coming, but
yeah.
Yep. Anyway, then they came up and hang out. We went out to dinner. We went out to lunch. Why don't you tell them about what you did with the jars and all that? That was pretty cool.
We had one visitor leave on Monday, and then we had two visitors show up on Tuesday. Yeah, and then they were going to go and look at some property and decided not to, and said, "Do you need some help with anything?" And I said, "I do. I have some jars over at the neighbor's house that I'd like to go get." And so I had them help me haul crates of jars from the cellar, the outside cellar of an old farmstead. This house is 170 years old, or over 170 years old. And so the cellar was made out of like stones in an arch, just right outside the back door into the ground.
And the floor is falling in, and the roof is falling into the house, right?
There was of the house, yes, the is not in good shape. But the cellar, I mean, I don't know structure wise, but it looked like it was pretty sound still. I mean, for as long as it's been there.
I thought you said there was a hole in the roof, and there was
of the cellar.
No, of the house.
Oh yeah, the house the roof was like mainly missing. Okay. Like there was a couple of peaks where there might have been, there's no shingles or anything, but where there was probably some roofing stuff up there, but no, there was basically no roof.
Hey, Gregory, how are you, my friend? Yeah, so the jars, were really cool. There's some like gallon, like wine jugs.
They say on the top of them, they say Heinz 57.
Really?
On the screw lid. It's a lug lid. Yeah, little like quarter size lug lid. And they say Heinz 57. Yep, I got about 10 of those, and then I've got some like old glass, what look like peanut jars, but they're glass. And then there was some that are like squared, kind of remind me of like what honey would come in, like kind of like oblong, but squared. And then of course some old liquor bottles and some old soda pop bottles. And
yeah, Rhonda says, hey, Mary Michelle, how are you? Rhonda says Heinz vinegar jars.
You know, he did say that his mom used them to refill vinegar. So maybe the vinegar came in them in the first place, and then she took them back to the store to refill them.
Where did it go? Right there. Big Kid says, if anyone needs use of a Dexter bowl services, he has one that throws nice small calves. There's a joke about how far he throws them, but I got it. Skanes Girl wants to know, are they gallon jars? I bought 50 of them last year, and I store all kinds of stuff in them. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you put in them? How do you clean them?
Yeah.
Because there was a couple of them I had to dump like some liquid out of them so I didn't haul the liquid.
Yep. Hippocrates says, I want to give a shout out to Silver Lining. She was in the area, dropped by, gave me some sassafras seeds, in-person lesson on some plant identification, etc. Nice to meet in person. Yeah. Silver Lining's awesome. And we've had a chance to hang out with her many times. And so anybody that gets to, you'll all be blessed for sure. I'm glad to see the community getting together in all kinds of places, like in this particular case in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's really, really cool.
Yeah. How far of a drive was that?
What's this say? I found a few of the ball nail jars at the sale recently. Oh, cool. Had to get a couple. Bale, not nail. Oh, okay. Bale jars. I don't know what that is. Warm soapy water with some vinegar soak.
Oh,
as far as cleaning them goes.
Well, they may need more than that.
Yep, I would use one of those long brush cleaners. Try vinegar, baking soda to help get anything really stuck. Yep, Silver Lining says, very nice of you to say it's about 2.5 hours. Hey, there's Kelly Ireland. Kelly was one of the very first, that I recall, one of the very first subscribers to the channel when it began. Oh, goodness, a year and 4 months ago, right?
Has it been that long?
Year and 3 months, year and 4 months, something like that, yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, here you go. Eagle Lover said that last Saturday she went to Vicky and Dan's house. That would be the Sunshine Kid on Freesteading. That's who that is. Pretty cool.
How'd it go?
Glass lids with a wire that holds it closed. Yeah, those are so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, look who showed up. There you go. Why don't you give Nancy an update? Dude?
Oh, well.
Hold on, let me tell Nancy something. Nancy, first of all, Nancy's in the house, Buffalo Seed Company. Great company. If you're looking to get good, tough seeds that are drought resistant and handle well, look up the Buffalo Seed Company. If one of the mods that are here want to put the link of Buffalo Seed Company in the chat, that would be great. But anyway, so B has been super stressing Nancy. Every day for about the last 2 weeks. She's like, I got to go. I got to get this done. So go ahead.
Look, I actually put Nancy on here.
Did you?
Yeah. But Nancy's on my back.
Give them the story. Tell them about it.
I'm just teasing. No, she's like, how are things going? And I'm like, get off my back, lady. No, just kidding. Yeah, no, she's just like looking for an update on like, what do you have? You know, there were certain things that I had gotten from her that I needed to start in the greenhouse. And there were certain things that I could start outside early. And then the rest of them, you know, have to be put in the ground as it gets warmer. So now's the time. Like it's go time. It's past go time. And I realize this. I'm right on top of it, Rose. Yeah. So this week I have planted zucchinis and peanuts and 4 more apple trees with comfrey in them, sweet potatoes, oregano that was gifted from the neighbor, cucumbers and peppers and tobacco, 116 tobacco plants, calendula, purple coneflower. The cilantro that I planted it twice. And the first time I planted it in a bed and I waited and like 5 or 6 came up and I thought, well, that's not very good. I'll go ahead and put some in this bed over here that I haven't put anything in. So I put the rest of the seeds over there and thinking that I would get a crop from one of the 2 locations. And that location decided to grow a massive crop of purslane. This stuff is so thick that I cannot see. I can't, like, if I dig through it, I can see that there's like a little cilantro plant underneath there. And so I'm contemplating like digging through it and finding the little plants and transplanting them somewhere else.
Hey, Jane, good evening to you. Yeah, but anyway, Bee's been stressing, but she has been in the garden every single day. And I try to get her, like today, I'm like, Bee, come hang out with me.
Yeah, he's like, come hang out. Watch me work. Hand me tools. Put this 2x4 underneath this as I pick it up.
I like working with my wife.
I know.
She's beautiful. You're my buddy.
You can come up to the garden and help me plant. I know.
Quit telling me to build buildings.
I do need a duck.
You know what's funny about that is that you're up there working on your stuff and I'm in the shop working on your stuff.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, Scott Farm says he lives in South Mississippi And they have a Dexter bowl for sale if anyone needs one. Well, Scott, put an email address or something in the chat so people, if anybody's interested, they'll know how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, American Roots just posted, there's the Buffalo Seed Company. There's a link in the chat. And guys, they're a great company. I really like working with them. And we're kidding. No, I'm not kidding that Bethany's been stressing, but they're just a great resource. And
oh, absolutely. I love
it's such a great addition to our community here. And they fill such a huge need. And, B had an amazing seed vault prior to meeting Nancy, but what she has now makes the other one look right. I mean, you've really grown it.
Yeah. Well, I have learned a lot along the way also.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me see here. What we got here? Silver Lining says, B, did you try the rice dish soap and water trick?
Probably to wash the jars. No, I have not even ventured into washing those jars. They're just baking on the front porch.
Yeah, I haven't had baked goods in a month.
I baked you a cookie.
Now, do we really need to talk about whether or not that counts?
It was a pressed cookie, but it was still a cookie.
No.
Come on. It was a cookie.
No.
I took the little stuff out of the package and I rolled it up.
Buying me
and I put it on the thing and I baked it.
Yeah, buying Oreos doesn't count as baking goods.
I didn't bake the Oreos. I baked the peanut butter cookie.
You bought the dough.
So what?
You cheated.
I did. I did. But listen, Linda. It was from the school's fundraiser thing. There was like 40 cookies on a sheet. So I had to buy it.
And we know the schools have everyone's best interest in mind.
I had to buy it. Just like you had to buy the Girl Scout cookies on your way out of the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I had to buy it anyways. So I baked it up for you.
Skane's Girl says salt. I'm not buying it, just so you know. But Skane's Girl says salt works too.
Oh.
What do we got here? Okay. A banquet of consequences says, hello, everyone. Just in from the garden, I have rampaging armadillos in there. Going to try cayenne powder. I hope
that works.
I was thinking of another kind of powder. Like H335. Anybody who knows what that is will laugh because they'll think that's funny. That's what I would use. Okay, I'm falling behind fast. Okay, let me see here. Right off, American Root says, I'm right on top of it, Rose. Oh my gosh, B, one of my favorite movies. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. What do we got here? I have a glass Jif jar from the 70s that's a measuring cup. That's pretty cool, Beth.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yep. If anyone wants to grow bloody Butcherfield corn, I have seed left over. I've been planting it for several years now. It's good for feed or dry kitchen use, bread, booze, hominy, and grits. You want to try some?
Yeah, that's cool.
B would try some, big kid. All right. I got to start catching up here. I've had to dig 3 peanut seeds up and flip them over. The root was growing up out of the ground. I'm not even kidding. Anyone ever seen that? First time I've grown them. Well, hey, Nancy's in here. Nancy could answer this question. Let me see here. So who's making the dessert then?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Yeah, Hippocrates, I think we're just going to leave it right there. Dan says he can.
Make the dessert. Thanks, Dan. You're my BFF too, man.
Nancy says, been busy too. Transplanted today the last peppers, tomatoes, and herbs, probably 1,000 new seedlings. Well, I was busy too, so I had to text somebody. Yeah. Can't wait to replenish my sunflower seeds and collect mullein seeds from this one that's growing great in the yard. Yeah, but we have mullein, Jonathan, everywhere. You know, we were talking about this on the Zoom, and for those of you guys who don't get in the Zoom, you need to. It really is a lot of fun, you know. And anyway, we were talking about this in the Zoom, how all these homesteads around us are all so much different. They really are. You know, the dirt is different. What trees grow great there is different, even though we're separated by 4 or 5 miles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have mullein everywhere, all over my property, and I was just on another homestead walking all over it, didn't see a single one.
Yeah.
You know, it's just amazing to me how, you know, they're just so much different. Let me see here. Let me try to scroll down here a little bit. Whatever happened to the cherry cheesecake? I never seen it.
I don't even remember a cherry cheesecake.
Rickster says no dessert for tag for 2 weeks. It's been more than that, more like a month.
Yeah, it's hard to bake when it's hot out.
Laugh out loud. I can't stay awake when they visit. I pew-pewed some several years ago. Yeah, I would absolutely sit out there at night with my, put some night vision goggles on and, have some fun.
Target. Sometimes it's good to have a moving target.
Hey, Dan wants to know, does anyone know how to grow yeast? We've never grown it.
I've not.
But I'd like to hear the answer, Dan. So we'll post. Someone puts an answer. I'll put it up there. Hey, Rain Country says, been trying to grow mullein for a couple of years, but I think I may finally have some plants that are going to hang in there. They typically like drier, warmer climates than here. Yeah, we've got them anywhere. Okay, so Big Kid says, B, if you shoot him at your address over Homesteading,
okay,
that he'll send you some.
Yep.
American Roots says, cheesecake is my specialty. Next time we visit, I will have to make some. Well,
yes,
American Roots says cheesecake is their specialty, but I think it's more Bigfoot because something everyone's heard of but no one's ever seen. And I have not had any cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still deprived.
Well, you can always stay here if you come and bake.
What?
Yeah.
I can stay here.
American Roots can come and stay here if she's going to bake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That'd be fine. At least somebody be baking for me, right?
Yeah. And then I can go back to the garden. And then you can have Joe talk to you while you work. So somebody's holding your hand, you're getting food, and the garden's being planted. We'll all work on your stuff.
Oh, that'd be a first. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You too?
I'm growing you food.
I'm buying a small part of a farm. My plan is to run some pigs through there and then seed it for pasture cows. Anyone have any advice on what kind of seed mix to use? I don't know where you live. Up here, I like just the natural prairie grass is what we put in.
Yeah, we went and got some certain ones, didn't we? Weren't we working on certain mix of kind? 50 of this and a 50 pound of that, and a 50.
We just got the wild prairie seed. The wild prairie grass is all I've ever. I don't know what you do. Yeast is everywhere, and you can catch it from the air. This is how sourdough starters are made. Yeah, but I make a fermentation starter out of anything, and it can be used to make bread. See, Big Kid says, Dan, the water that comes from boiling potatoes with a little sugar added and the cheesecloth over the top for growing yeast. Rose Red has a video on growing yeast.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Rickster says, you can smack him. We won't tell.
Yeah, right. I need to.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to say it and have it made sense. Okay, got it from Rain Country. I have this recipe, not my own, for cappuccino cheesecake that's pretty great. One of the ingredients is coffee liqueur. South Carolina says, okay. Chowchi? I find that mullein either appears everywhere some years and barely for other years.
Okay, yeah. So I need to harvest as much as I can this year.
Yeah. It sounds like B has been productive.
Very.
Well, I don't know about that.
I have been productive. Yes, I have been productive. I've been productive.
You've definitely been busy. Busy and productive are not the same thing. Would you agree with that?
I think in my case, it is the same thing.
You can be productive and busy.
Mm-hmm.
You can be productive and not busy. And you can be busy and not productive. Would you agree?
Come on now.
You don't agree with that?
I suppose. You don't have to get all like precise. Right.
Dan says, I've made starters by adding yeast. You just keep feeding it until it becomes fermented. Let me skip down here. Oh, here's our friend Mandy Garrett. Hey guys, hope everything's doing well. Just got back from having dinner out with the hubby. Great to be here. Hey, we're super happy to have you. Hippocrates says, well, it depends. Yeast for bread, wine, or what?
It depends.
Yep. Silver Lining says, B is solving problems and keeping everyone productive.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually funny. You could really spin that. You could take that and run right there, B. Just telling you. You just absolutely could.
Yeah.
Jesus says you can do starters without adding the yeast too. The starter gets it from the air. I just Googled it and tried a couple. All you need to make a fermentation starter is water, sugar, or honey, and any kind of fresh or dried fruit or herb. It's super easy. Yeah, Dan, buddy. So Rain Country, they've got a super cool YouTube channel, and Heidi, which is Rain Country here. I don't know where Mr. Rain is, but Heidi, who's here tonight, they have all kinds of videos and all kinds of stuff like that. Let me see here. Mullein is a 2-year plant.
Yep, 2-year plant.
Yeah. Let me see here. Big Kid says wild yeast is fairly interchangeable. And Rain Country says fermentation starter can be used to make wine, bread, mead, bread, kimchi, fermented eggs, etc. Dan says, cool, look them up. Yeah, Dan, they're super great people. They're here all the time. I talk to Mr. Rain pretty regularly on the phone. I haven't a little bit, but they're super, super, super good people, freedom loving, trying to do it the right way, trying to fight the system just like the rest of us. And so I certainly try to give them my attention, you know. Oh, Mr. Rain.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Heidi says Mr. Rain is working on that power room expansion, or at least I think. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Okay, so let me see. I got the duck house, got the community building. Oh, chairs. I want to talk about my idea for chairs, see what they think about it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've talked about this before. So you guys know that we're building a community room and a community building. And so I want to put a long river table. We've talked about this before on the channel, but anyway, I want to put a long river table down the center of it. And what I want to do is I want to encourage everybody that's in the community to go buy their own chair and then decorate it however they want.
Or make it
or whatever they want to do, so that there's all kinds of personality
different
in the chairs, and the chairs will be representative of the community, whether they're there or they're not there.
So you think that, like, if you get there, then you sit in your own chair?
Yeah, or sit anywhere you want. I don't think that necessarily matters, but I think going to a garage sale, finding a bar type stool, bar height stool, which because the table will be bar height, and decorating with what makes you, I think it would be a really neat view to be in the community building and seeing that.
All the different
chairs just all over, regardless of who's there at any given moment.
Mm-hmm. That is a really good idea.
Yeah, I think it would just be really representative of the community. I think it'd be just super, super cool. So I'm going to encourage everybody, once we get the building up, to go buy their own chairs, and they don't have to go spend a bunch of money. Go to a garage sale, you know what I mean? Or make it or whatever they want to do. But I just think it would be just super, super, super neat.
I like that idea. I like the idea that they would be all different.
Yep.
That they would, because you're never going to find 40 chairs that match.
No, and nor do I want to. I think it'd be neat if they were all different. And your stuff could have the things that you love, bees and, your garden and, and whatever it is. And, mine will have, be red and say Milwaukee on it or something. I don't know, I don't know what it is, but just whatever it is, I think that would just be really, really cool. And I just think that'd be super neat, and it'd be a way for someone to be there always, even if they're not there. Be kind of like a symbol of community, regardless of who's actually there. I think that. I think it'd just be super, super neat. Gizmo's here. Good evening, Gizmo. Yep. DeVries says, cool idea. Yeah, I can't wait. I think it's going to be super, super cool. Jesus says, I like the chair idea for patio chairs for hubby and I too. Yeah. I just think, there's so much divide in our world today that I think any of those little symbols of unity are good. Mm-hmm. And I think the more we do that, I think the cooler it will be. One step closer says we'll need to have a dessert holder for Tag's chair.
Right.
Certainly. And my cup holder on the side of my chair needs to fit a big cup. Right. Yeah.
Not just a little can. Those little
I want my big chocolate milk cup
that I always little tiny cups.
Yeah, I might just make mine. We'll see. Because I'd put a big Freeman in the back, cut it out of wood, or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I think it would be really, really cool.
Do that.
Let me see here. I sent someone bringing a throne.
Yes.
Wood or porcelain.
Oh no! Oh no! Has to be. Oh no! Has to be. Bar height, though.
Yeah, bar height. What's wrong with someone taking a toilet cutting the bottom off of it and making a chair out of it. I think that would
There's
be.
no back.
You make the back out of the toilet.
Oh, yuck.
No,
I hope it's a
They're-
new toilet,
babe.
not a used toilet. Gross.
Indiana likes the chair idea. I would love to see someone make it out of a toilet. That would be hilarious. Put a spring on it.
A porcelain toilet
Yeah.
with a spring.
With a spring on it so it moves a little bit.
And it squeaks.
I think it'd be really, really cool. Let me see here. Some days I think I would just get a rocking chair. No, tall rocking chair would be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, a porcelain throne. That would really be funny. Beth says that's a great idea. If I were to be there, I would bring my own short chair. I am too short for adult chairs. Beach chairs usually suit me best. Yeah, see, so for you, what we need to do, we need to put it on hydraulics, right? So you can be the low rider.
Or it has a step in the back.
Right. You know.
It has stairs.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, sorry. They were talking to each other and I clicked on it. People are so creative. You will get chairs of all kinds of designs to fit personality and character. I think this is what I like about the idea is it just, one, it brings the whole community together, but I think it's just give you something to look at everywhere you go. And I think that would just be neat.
Well, it's a community building. So in a community effort, would that make sense?
Yeah.
Plus, then you can go get out of my chair.
Yeah. Yeah. When American Roots was down here, they talked about how, you know, they wouldn't mind building a library on their property that everyone could donate books to. And then anybody that was wanting to study up on how to make a bat house or, you know, this type of chicken or this or whatever, they could just come to the library and check out a book and drop a book off or whatever it was. And that we could also have a library for all the homesteaders around here to use up whatever resources, you know, because we have tons of books, tons and tons and tons. And I think that'd be a really neat idea too. Let me see here. I would love to visit, but I just can't travel. My elderly brother lives with me and can't take care of himself if I'm gone. Yeah, but you're an Okie, so you're not that far. Maybe someday, huh? An adult hoard like an adult-sized high chair? Oh, no. You like that?
Yeah.
The adult-sized high chair? I thought that was funny. If you make a director's chair, I will make the bottom and the back. Done.
Because it would be leather.
Yeah. Yeah. We put Freeman across it.
So it would have to have a loop to go over.
Yeah.
I think that's how the bottom is too, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, how neat would that be? And I can make it out of like locust or something that's on the farm, cedar.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Wouldn't it be cool? So cool.
That'd be beautiful
Skeins-
because you could do it any size you'd want. You can make it a little bit wider on the.
Skeins girl
Custom.
says you could epoxy something cool in the bowl of the toilet seat. You know, the toilet chair. I was thinking you just seal it with epoxy, put some ice in it, and you have your own cooler.
No, like in the burp, 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 burp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heated underneath
Yeah.
and cooled at
Yeah.
the top. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, no.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, Carrie says a rocking chair. Let me see here. How about a gently used toilet, says Rickster. You see here. Everyone knows porcelain thrones are better used as planters to piss off the HOA. I actually could see somebody taking a toilet, putting dirt in the back, growing flowers, something that grows indoors,
Yeah.
growing flowers in the back, you know, just be as absolute hillbilly as they could possibly be. You don't like this, do you? As I get to the
No,
bottom.
not really.
Yeah. Rain Country says low rider.
Low rider.
Yeah. Let me see here. Make a throne fart instead of squeak when you rock.
Burp, 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 burp.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Milk and Honey Heritage Farm says, how about a barber's chair?
So
See, I
that
love
somebody
this.
else would have to pump her up.
Uh,
Can you give me one more puff, please?
a composting chair.
Somebody help me down.
I could totally see you doing one that had something back, those carrots growing in it or something.
No. No.
I could see this. skip down here a little bit. Let me see here. The toilet chair idea sounds so redneck. Laugh out loud. I see a lot of old toilets in front of houses. I think it's funny. Pockety says, yep, on the library. Been a thought of mine as well. Yep. Free man versus the man.
The man.
Yeah. Let me see. A sweet every words is here. Good evening to you. I am just napping, but trying to listen. Yep. Well, you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with a nap. I'd like to take one myself. Nurses would have IV poles on their chairs. See? This is what I'm talking about, right? Right?
Yeah.
We have some nurse friends who could build, the IV thing. It'd be perfect.
Take a drink.
I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I wish I could come up there and help you pour some concrete before I come up there in October for the big get together. Super excited about meeting all the free-minded Americans. Oh, you're going to have so much fun, Arthur.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, we might get something going on between now and then. I'm full bore in the garden right at the moment, but I have about 4 pours I need to get done if I could get to work on something of my own. Let me see here. Silver Lining says, I remodeled my bathroom first week I lived here, put the toilet out in the yard. The neighbors put a for sale sign up 3 days later.
On the toilet?
On their house. They listed their house. Just a tall stack of beehive boxes to sit on. See,
that's cool.
I could make yours totally out of beehives.
That's cool.
Glue them all together, put a nice bench
the ones
in.
that I don't use anymore.
Yeah. The ones that are kind of falling apart, We could totally make them into a chair for you. You could sit in the hive.
You can lift it out, open the back door for storage.
Mm-hmm. What do you need storage in a chair for?
Well, why would you have it just open boxes? That's a wasted space.
I don't know. I'd set them so you're sitting in them, but
sitting in the boxes?
Yeah. Rickster says, how about an OB chair?
Nah.
Dan says you could always frame a chair out of 2x4s. Yeah, see, that would be something I would do as well, right?
Yeah.
I've actually always wanted to take a whole bunch of scrap and rip it down to like 1 inch by 1 inch, or 1.5 by 1.5, probably 1 inch by 1 inch, and just tons of them, and carefully craft me a chair that bends, that doesn't have legs. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Basically looks like a big S.
That you sit on?
That you sit on. And it's all just glued and formed together. And
how do you bend the wood?
I'm not.
How do you make it into the S? How do you curve the wood?
I take the wood and I glue it together and keep cutting it and moving it and cutting it and moving it until I get it in the shape that I want.
To put them, join them together to make them longer.
Yeah, and just cut out whatever I don't need, and you're not really actually bending anything, but that would be really, really cool. Jonathan says, I will put that one away in the how to get rid of neighbors folder. Yeah. If there are any pilots in ejection seat. See, wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. It would be cool if you could get the handprints of everyone in the floor when you pour it. I already poured it. It's the problem. Mm-hmm. What we talked about doing, DeVries, is everybody that contributed to the community building or that will work on the community building, when we go to stand it, I'll take some hardwood from my land. It's off the mill out here, and we'll engrave a plaque. And then we'll try to fill the walls with everybody that participated.
Put plaques? Like,
yeah,
just everybody has their own plaque?
Yeah,
why don't you just put names on a plaque?
I think I'd rather just do individual, little ones that say, Grumpy Acres.
That'd be a whole wall.
I know. How cool.
Oh.
That's the decor.
Oh. I think that you should just do one plaque.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
A rocking horse chair for people like me with ADHD. That'd be funny. That way I don't have to just sit there and shake my feet.
Oh.
I'm about to use pallets to make steps into a camper. Must be usable with crutches. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Camper steps are too skinny. Let me see here. Jonathan, it's not that uncommon to see toilet flower pots in the yard here. No, it's not. Let me see here. Steam bends wood. That's how they made round wheels for barrels a long time ago. Yep. A physical therapist chair have pedals to get some exercise in. I like that. Appropriate for Life says, B, I'm with you on the decor. also have people write messages on the studs inside the walls if you aren't that far yet. Yeah, all we've done so far, Jesus, is poured the concrete. And now we're collecting materials because I don't want to start the project until I can get it weather tight. Once I have everything collected where we can get it weather tight, we'll take a weekend and we'll just stand it. We'll get it weather tight and go back to what we were doing. You can have custom chair contest and let us vote. The one with the most vote is a winner, and you guys provide the prize. I'll do that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. No problem. Easy.
Then everybody would have to have their chairs at the same time, though.
Mm-hmm.
I guess are we going to have like a grand opening?
Oh, we'll have some big party. You know what I'm hoping is if I can get a little bit of wind behind my sails this year, the Freeman Festivus will do there, which would be in October. I don't know if I'll get there in time, right? But if I was to get there in time, that'd be pretty cool to make that the beginning. But we'll have some kind of event. Let me see. Make one wall with flat boards across and engrave them on them. Let me see here. When will it be built, or is that still in the air? Well, Dan, it's ready to go. All I'm waiting to do is collect the material to get it weather tight. And the idea behind the community building was that the community would all come together and donate material to do it. And so all we're missing now is house wrap, OSB, doors, and windows. And so as we collect them, and every week something shows up, right? We collect something in it, but I guess I don't even really need the windows. I just need one door, right? To be able to get in and out of it. I can cut the windows in later. So really OSB, one door, and house wrap, and we're there, and then we can just call a community.
You have the roofing paper?
I have the roofing paper. I have the tin. I have the cap tops.
Yeah, I knew those.
Yep.
What about the screws for the tin? You don't have those.
Oh, I don't have the screws for the tin. Yeah.
Because you just used the ones that
I just used everything I had. Yep.
So you need roofing screws.
Yep. Cut out hand, trace on cedar boards, and engrave names. All the hands who worked on it. Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. You like that better?
Yeah.
Because we could do that easy. Right. Let me see here. Carrie says, do it like Floribama, permanent markers for everyone to sign the walls. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. Gregory says, don't forget the time capsule. Yeah, it'd be neat to have everybody write maybe a little piece of the story of building the community building, and we'll put it in a bottle, and time to come, we'll just hide it in a wall. And sometime long after we're gone, when someone's tearing it down or remodeling or whatever, right? Sweet Saved Words is attached to the ceiling. I like physical therapy chair ideas, says Kelly. Yeah. If doing a contest, then you have a different categories like funny, originality, etc. I'm in for this. Let's do this. Because there are some characters, that will come at it, like I will totally deck my chair out. It will be unique to me. See here. Potpourri says, I like the hands on the board idea. Very cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oops, sorry. Tag, can I do a tire swing? Yeah, as long as we stick it up in get it to a truss up there where it'll hold you. Let me see here. Just had a mental image of an electric chair. I actually think the electric chair would be hilarious. That looked just like it,
Yeah, a tall electric chair.
Electric chair.
What does it have, like a tall back?
Yeah, a tall back. And there'll be a hood, and there'll be the little clasps on the edge.
On the hand.
And a little bucket with a sponge and water in it.
Why would you want the sponge in the water? Come on.
I'll take the bucket and I'll set the sponge down and I'll pour clear epoxy halfway up so it's not actual water.
Why? It just takes room at the table.
I know, but the electric chair isn't the electric chair without the sponge in the water.
I think it would still look like an electric chair.
It's got to be. Tag, eBay had the best price on roofing screws with the ceiling washers when I had to order some. Okay. Yeah, I got to order. I am so far out of that kind of stuff. I was telling B yesterday that I have gone through all my 3-inch screws, just about all my 1.5-inch screws, just about. I'm out of roofing screws. Staples, T50 staples. I'm getting down to the last pack because I've just been building so many things. I need to, but I'm going to tell you how cool my wife is. My wife looked at me and said, take $1,000 and go buy fasteners to stock everything back up again. So that was pretty cool.
How can you have, a farm store without any fasteners?
I got to have them, right? Let me see here. Banquet of Consequences says, years ago, my late husband and I lived. Oh, sorry. You guys are talking to each other. Sorry, my bad. But you could hook some solar power up to it. That would be exciting. Yeah. See, wouldn't it be cool if my chair, if I had hooked it up to solar, like she said, just a little bit of voltage, not a lot, where I could remotely zap someone who sits in my chair.
With what?
With just a little,
You're thinking way too much into this. I was thinking like, just a chair.
Listen, you don't get to dictate what I do as a chair. You get to dictate what you do as a chair.
You're not going to make me a chair?
No, you're going to make you a chair.
Wow.
It's supposed to be you.
Just like that. I'm making my own chair.
Silver Lining says you can use an ice bucket
to put cold drinks in.
Yeah, DeVries says, sorry. Next one says, I think I'm out of screws of that size. I will need to build the lean-to for new rabbit cages. Going to have to do an inventory and build plan this month. Yeah, stay on top of that, guys. And I try to store screws and glues and cocks and, hardware cloth and staples and, just all those kinds of things. But I've just been doing so much building lately that I run through it. Let's see here. Use a fencing charger for the electric chair.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you got? I got caught up.
What else?
I don't know. I didn't write your list.
I know.
So talk about the driveway.
Oh, so we had the driveway
graded.
Mm-hmm. Now we need gravel. Mm-hmm. There was a couple of spots that were pretty low on rock. Mm-hmm. So when you take that and you smear it around, then dirt shows up.
Mm-hmm. So we had some pretty good sized potholes in our road. And so Russ, who's a buddy of ours, who's got a grader, and it's been parked here I'm glad he moved it. Did you see he moved it?
A couple days.
Yeah. Anyway, so he came and got on it and just regraded my whole driveway. But one of the negatives to doing that is you bust all that up. Now I've got to put some more gravel back on top of it. So we're gonna be ordering.
I did.
You already ordered gravel?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Next week.
Okay. So we'll need to get that in. And my record for spreading the gravel with my skid steer is 36 minutes.
Yeah,
so,
you have to spread this.
Yeah. Yeah. So we get a 27-ton load and my record's 36 minutes. So we'll see if I can break that. Right. One of these times coming up. Let me see. Where was I at? Oh, let me see right here. There we go. Call it the hot seat and let the presenter sit in it. Yeah. Yep. I would love 100% of that.
Did you see my short about the rainbow?
Yes, it was beautiful. What I thought was neat about it is American Roots was here. And then we got a double rainbow that kind of went right over where they were. They weren't here at the time. They were somewhere else. But I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. What do we else we got going on? So, I asked American Roots if they would come back on the channel with me again, because I want to talk to them about the next beast. And let me explain to you guys what I mean by that. So they went from, okay, we're going to get out of debt. We're going to get out of the system and we're just going to do it. And we're going to sell our assets. We're going to make life simpler. And they did all of that. And they did a great job of it.
Sounds good.
Yep. And they sacrificed a lot to be able to do that. But now they're in this, phase 2 and a different beast. And that different beast is, the unknown, the doubt, what's coming, right?
Finding land.
Finding it, how to do it. And then they'll transition from that to, okay, now they've got it and they're scrambling to, find whatever they can find to get whatever structure they can get into.
Before winter,
they'll be racing those kind of things. And it's just interesting. So anyway, I'm coming up. They agreed. So coming up pretty quick here, I'm going to do another live with B and me and Jess and Joe. And we'll talk about just the transition from getting free to then what, right? That next beast, that next beast. Yeah. Silver Lining says, I feel their pain. Yeah, and because Silver Lining is in this actually really the exact same spot. Trying to deal with this, and I just think it's super fascinating. And Silver Lining, if you would join us on the live, I would certainly put you in there. Now, you've told me no every time I've said it before, but if you do it, I would absolutely put in, and we could talk about that next beast, which I think it's an important thing for everybody to understand and to recognize as you're going through that journey, that it's not you just get rid of a beast. It's really you trade one beast for another beast, for another beast, for another beast as you go through that journey.
I was gonna say, and not would it only work if they were if they were fighting the same obstacle at the same time? We're all fighting different obstacles at the same time.
Yes, but we're all at different places in our journey, babe. There was a time when what we were doing is saving every penny we owned
Find land,
so we could find land. That was one stage of that journey.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a time where we had land, but there was nothing on it,
mm-hmm.
and we were trying to keep up two places.
Yeah. Yes.
And then there was a time where I went through my work stuff, and we weren't even sure that any income would be coming in anymore. And so then we were scrambling to get the first house sold, right? Yeah. And scrambling to get this house up so that we livable, so we could absorb it if times got super lean.
Yeah.
And so then you go from that to like now we're talking about how to, house a duck.
Yeah.
Right. But each one of those are a different phase of that journey. And we're at the, how do I build the duck coop? But I think what Silver Lining was talking about and what American Roots is going through is a really hard beast, because it's like the most in the middle position of all of it. You've broken free on one side, and the uncertainty of that next step.
Where am I going?
Yeah.
Where's the door that's going to open?
Right. Because you don't know, exactly where you're going. You're going to the garden.
Yeah. Yes.
You have no question where you're going. Yep. Anyway, I think it would be super fascinating, and I'm super thankful that they were willing to share. Because it's not all rosy. There's doubt. There's there's all kinds of tribulation, but I think there's so much healing in it, to bring people in that are at that particular phase. Because I think it's probably the hardest of all of them. That in the middle ground where you just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Big Kid said a pulverizer box does a wonderful job of pulling gravel back up out of the dirt. Yeah, he just used a big grader. I don't have a pulverizing box, but wouldn't mind it. Let me see here. If you liked the inflation of the last 2 years, just hang on. The next year will be more than double it, thanks to the new spend it bill passed. No, that was the worst bill ever passed. We didn't get anything out of it, the American people. All we did is get hosed. What a joke. There is zero chance. I'm not going to vote anyway, but there's zero chance that if I was going to vote, that I would vote for a single incumbent. There's no way. This is ridiculous what they're doing. Pockery says, B, I thought Tag made you a chair already. It just didn't fit.
It didn't fit.
And now you want me to make another one.
I can't use those rocking chair.
Why don't I take that rocking chair, take the legs off of it,
and make it
build
taller.
the base, and there's your chair.
And then I still won't fit my armrest. It'll be way down here.
That's because you're supposed to be rubbing my neck. You don't need armrests.
Oh, maybe they're for your arms. Maybe it's when you sit next to me. It's just like when we're in an airplane or whatever. You're like, mine, claimed.
For those of you guys who don't know the story, I made B a rocking chair once. This was years ago. And it's beautiful. It's made out of cedar. One of these days, I'll show you guys a picture of it. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful. No, there's no straight edge on it. It's all, natural edged. And anyway, I've been building it at my shop. And so I would sit in it and I would rock in it. And it was right. And I got it, man, it was just perfect. And I was so proud of it. Yeah. But I never considered the fact that I'm more than a foot taller than she is.
Yes.
And so she's too small for it. And it fits me perfectly.
Yeah.
But I really did build it from her. As far as relocating, there's an added stress these days of worrying about the safety of your funds in the interim. Are banks safe, etc.? Oh, super big point. Hilltop, we actually had this conversation with several different homesteads just the other day on this exact topic: is getting your money in some real assets versus having it in the bank, and the stressor of. I think that's kind of what I mean by it's the hardest spot. It's in that limbo area, right?
Yeah.
And it just makes it really, really tough. Really, really tough. Yeah, Rickster says banks are evil. No doubt. Hey, Maxine is here from Scotland.
Wow.
Hello, Scotland. Let me see here. Prep Fraternity says, I can say this from experience. Don't let yourself get into a desperate situation. That's when you make mistakes or bad decisions. Yep. I would say that, although Prep, I agree 100%. If I was going to say that, I would say that a little bit different about how you have to detach yourself emotionally from financial decisions, because when you allow emotion to get involved, you make bad decisions. But I think we're talking the same thing. Oh, how cool is that? Look at this. So Sweet Savory Word just don't. I was just looking at. Yeah, Sweet Savory Word just donated $25 to go buy roofing screws.
Rock on.
Yep. You're yeah. We haven't decided, Sweet Savory Words, how it's going to work out yet, but if I get my way, this will be a plaque.
We're going to need your handprints, please. I'm going to let the dogs out. Okay. Here, you pull it up. Yeah. That's so clangy.
It's delicious. It's delicious. My favorite cup in the whole house. Okay. Let me see here. Where are we at here? What do you say? Arthur says, I'd say it's time for buy the look. What's going on? And now it's time to start being more proactive in a real community like the one that exists here, and start planning for the worst now. You know what, Arthur, I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's becoming more and more critical we get on it. And you can ask B, I stress about it all the time. And, like, man, am I doing enough? It's so crazy. We were just talking about this, the different cycles and the different, places we are in our journey. There was a time where years and years and years ago that I had a spare bedroom and it had shelves in it, and it was a full pantry, just a spare bedroom, and it was all full. And I was so proud of myself at that time that that's where I was in my journey. And I was so blessed to be that much further ahead than most everybody else. And then now I look back on that days, and it was really kind of short-sighted, because that stuff was all going to go out, and I didn't have the skills to do anything about it afterwards. And, you guys have heard me say that all prepping leads to homesteading. And then I think all homesteading leads to freesteading, which is why we named it freesteading, right? So I think this is an interesting comment, but I do think we need to, do all we can do right now. See, Tag needs that dorm fridge in there. I'm going to put, in the community building, I'm going to put the fridge that I have in my kitchen, because it's got startup on. It's only 450 watts. And so it's a very low powered refrigerator. And we got a solar system donated to it. So it's already got a solar system sitting there waiting to go in. So that'll be pretty cool. See here, metal straws are great, but hard to find around here. Oh, I only drink milk out of metal straws. That's it. Let me see here. Maxine Joyce, another great, sorry. Here we go. I feel the stress. I put more plants in the ground and am expanding my garden. Yeah, we are too. Trying to just get them in. I was telling everybody on the live, I bought 4 apple trees for $5 a piece at Baumgart's yesterday, because they were just not looking all that great. And so I was going in, I was looking for some wheels for the sheep shed or whatever you call it. And so I went in and I said, hey, you guys got 4 apple trees out there? And she said, yeah. I said, they look pretty sad. She said, yeah. I said, well, if you'd make me a deal on them, I'd take them all. And she said, okay, well, what do you think? And I said, I'll give you $5 a piece for them. And she said, okay. So I hauled them home and pulled in the driveway, and B was up at the garden, and I took them out of my truck and set them on the ground, and she went and planted them. But anyway, that was a good adventure. I think I could. All right, what else do I got on my? I'm sorry. Hold on. I need the dorm fridge. Oh, Big Kid says, Tag, I mean, where you do live streams. Yeah, I do need a dorm fridge up here. The problem is I just don't want to donate the power to it, And I'm not up here that much. I spend usually Fridays here and Mondays here. And then, because typically Mondays, I'm putting out all the videos for the week and all of that kind of stuff. But typically those are the only days. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. The Rain Country says $5 a piece of the steel. Yeah, I got a Red Delicious, a Yellow Delicious, a Arkansas Black, and I think it's called a Gala apple. But that was pretty cool. So we got to add 4 more fruit trees. And so I think we've added 10 this year so far. We add about that every year. You see here, best part of moving is learning the new people area. I saw Facebook inviting anyone who saw it to a work anniversary birthday party. It was posted on the local city's What's Happening page. Big Kid says 1 amp. Come on, man. I know. It's probably a pretty sad excuse that I just gave you, Big Kid. I recognize it. All right, what else we got here? I put out a video in the middle of the week called Embracing Your Dark Side. I don't know if you guys watched it, but if you didn't, you should. Just talks about how we have to be, in order to stand up for ourselves, we have to be willing to get closer to that dark side a little bit. And I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about the ability to stand up for yourself and say no. And how, no is a complete word, sentence. And we have to pull ourselves out of this, shit sandwich that we're in. And part of that way is starting to stand up and say, no, you're not doing that. You're not teaching my kids that, or you're not, whatever it is. But anyway, so I put that out. I've got a dehydrator for video for any of you guys who are interested. Bethany broke out her dehydrator and was dehydrating green peppers. So last year out of the garden, she put, I don't even know how many bags of green peppers in the freezer. She cut them up in chunks and just put them in a bag and put them in the freezer. Well, now we had a beef show up, so she had to empty the freezer so that we had room for the beef to go in. And so she just started dehydrating them. So anyway, she's got one of those coming out. And then I also did she did a garden video that just kind of tours her garden, where it's at right now. So I've got both of those in the hopper. Those are completely done. They're in the queue, ready to come out. See if I can, what's on her list so that we can, let me see. Tag, I am your father. Oh, shirts. Okay. And you know what? You guys won't play along because you guys are mean, but so B's got a bunch of shirts. She's wearing a new one that she really likes. And I tell her it's not a very good shirt because it doesn't stand out, but she wore it on purpose so she could see if I was wrong or she was wrong. What's this here? Online from Bare Bone Straws. Oh, you're talking about the metal straws. I don't know if you guys ever drank out of metal straws, but man, they make everything so much better. Metal cups too. Let me see here. Potpourri says, finally the thunder arriving. Once it gets here with the rain, the temps will drop for easier work out in the yard tomorrow. Yes. Yep. Let me see here. If you really want to make a difference in and for future generations, start teaching your children real world skills. I could not agree more. But I think there's more to that, big kid. And I talked about this in that video, is that you also have to teach your kids to stand up for themselves. You have to teach them to really voice their opinion. I encourage my kids, if we're sitting around at a dinner table and they disagree, I want to know they disagree. I want them to stand their ground and tell me they disagree. It's not about being disrespectful. It's about, thank you, baby. Yeah. Look at that big old glass of chocolate milk.
Extra chocolatey.
Very good. But anyway, big kid, I think we have to teach our kids to question what they're being taught. If we have them in schools, or even if we don't, if they're homeschooled, I think still teaching them to question is good. Make them try to figure out the why. You coming in? Mm-hmm. Yeah, please don't close that window. It's hot up here. Potpourri for Life says she likes your shirt.
Thank you.
Silver Lining says, okay, but let's do the shirt comparison.
Okay, so this was given to me. Hold the line with the bees holding the line.
They're all holding hands. All the bees are.
Yes. And this is the logo that Tag made. So it's colored. You can see the gold on the bees, and the words are more bold.
Yes.
But, okay, so here it is on a light gray shirt, right? Here's what it looks like on the other shirt that I ordered. Can't really see the gold anymore, right? I mean, you can, but it's harder to see. So the lady made this, her own little design, and Tag did not like it. But she had already printed it, and she was like, crap, I'm going to just give it to you for free.
So all I have to do is tell them I don't like it and I get it for free?
You get one.
I wouldn't do that anyway.
No, yeah. So this pattern is limited on the coloring that you could do, right? Unless you think that does not look that bad with the gold. Yeah,
but get rid of the pink shirt. Hold it up on the gray shirt.
The gray.
Because on the gray I would not order that shirt in pink because of the color of the bees. Right? But this is a far superior shirt.
Would you wear this?
Yeah, I would, but it's okay. It's really more of a girl shirt, I think. But
Instead of this?
well, they're both girl shirts. But I just think this one stands out way better as far as your messaging goes. Anyway, Beth Emily says she loves B's shirt. Hey, MJ, how are you? Dan Redding says his ex took his metal straws. That's hate. See, Jane says, I've been wondering, are those bullet holes across B's shirt? See, this is exactly the point. You can't tell what it is. We're sitting
Can you tell that these are bees?
Well, we'll let Jane answer if she can tell those are bees.
She thought these were bullet holes.
That's my point. Big Kid says that's a real skill. Couldn't agree more. It says B, get closer. I need to see your shirt. Okay. All right. Florida Mama Bear, good evening to you. Let me see here. Teach your girls just like your boys. Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Silver Lining says male and female shirts. A Banquet of Consequences. I like B's shirt. It's more girly. But you just can't tell what it is. Maybe that's why it's more girly. Oh, no. Pat likes B's better, too. Yeah, but teaching them to change a tire on a rim and things like that are mostly forgotten. Couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm.
Ghetto says, I'm riding with Tag. He always right on my opinion. Hey, take that.
Yeah. You are often right.
Yeah, Ghetto, we're going to lose this, bud. We'll see, but the reddish kind of drowns the B color. Yeah. So the red does, but the gray doesn't. So
the
obviously
gray does not.
You got to get it on the right shirt, right?
Right, but then you're just so limited on what, I mean, some of the ladies are like, hey, I don't want another gray shirt. Give me something that's pretty.
Silver Lining likes yours better. Beth Emily likes yours better.
Silver Lining likes mine better.
I know. What's up, Ghetto?
There's no color on it, though. It's just black and white. You like that?
Let me see. Tools fit girls' hands just as well as boys. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, Potpourri for Life says she likes the one you're wearing better. Joji says the one B is wearing is better. Eagle Lover says B's is better. Oh, my goodness. I like the gold bees on the gray shirt better. Kelly, you have good taste. Mm-hmm. Put the bees in a white caption bubble like cartoons used to have. Yeah. Okay. Oh, making a comeback. Gregory says the gray looks better. The message does stand out better, says Silver Lining.
On the gray.
Yep. Ghetto says they look like a hybrid fly bee on B shirt. Mm-hmm. See, that's the problem. You can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
If you want a shirt that you just like, right, and you're just going to wear it around or whatever, and you don't care, it's cute. You don't care if somebody reads it. That's fine. This is a nice shirt.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to get the message out, the free man, this is the reason why these letters are big and bold.
Yeah. Well, and two, like if you have to go like this for somebody to see your shirt, mm-hmm. right? If somebody can see it from over there that says, oh, hey, hold the line. Yeah.
Yep. Milk and Honey says maybe bolder lettering with bigger B's. Maybe. Too beezy.
Too beezy.
Yeah. Florida Mama Bear likes the gray shirt design better too. See, hey, is that a new chair back there?
No.
But the big bees look like murder hornets. Maybe they should.
They are large and in charge.
Yep. MJ likes yours better too. I think you should have a black shirt with white letters. The bees would pop. Okay, there's a problem though. It's because we do what's called sublimation printing. They can't do white, right?
Yeah, correct.
So I cannot do white if I want to do it. And I want to do these shirts, Skeins Girl, because these are super high quality stuff. They don't chip off. They don't fall off. They're just good stuff.
This is ink infused into the cloth. There's no stickers on it. It doesn't come off.
It's not ironed on. Yeah, Sharon says, I think the ones you are holding up are more guy shirts. I like the ones she is wearing for a woman. You see, ladies want hot pink, says Tulip Angel, so bees can be bigger. At a beehive, so there's no doubt that they are bees, not bullets.
Not bullets. At a beehive.
Maybe it's the same old chair bees in. I just don't remember it looking like that. Oh yeah, no, these are the same two
it's
chairs.
because I usually have it turned to the side. I
Oh.
usually sit on it sideways like this.
LJC is in the house. What's up, my friend? Says, hey guys, I am in and out because of our company, but I have to weigh in on the shirt vote. I like tags, but not fond of gray. I would love to do that in a heather blue like my sweatshirt. Okay. And we can get that blue, right?
In a t-shirt?
Probably. Yep.
I'm not
I bet we can. I like that
sure.
blue too.
I found it on a hoodie. But
Yep. When I wear my shirt,
blue.
people ask, what does that mean? I ask, how much time do you have?
Yeah.
I need a condensed explanation. Yes. Yep. The new sweatshirt. She's got some new sweatshirts that have, hold up the gray shirt again. She just ordered some new sweatshirts. Are those what you have, right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't?
The sweatshirts? I didn't order any hoodies.
Hoodies. Didn't you order some hoodies that have join the swarm on the back? They have the bees on the front and the swarm on the back?
No, they say "Whoa, man, join the swarm."
Oh, do they? Okay.
Those
never mind.
were the last hoodies.
I stand corrected.
I ordered one hoodie for the special. I ordered that one hoodie for the giveaway. That one special hoodie.
Okay, got it. ACM says A is working hard on getting the house ready to put on the market. Yeah, I can't wait to have you guys
That's
out
exciting.
here. Yeah.
Getting closer.
I got no reason for a shirt with a bee on it. Bee on clothing is for the ladies.
For the ladies. Yeah, that's what you said too, right?
Yeah.
You said that's a little girly.
Yeah, it is very girly. And it's okay if that's what you want. It's a beautiful shirt.
But you would not wear it.
I would not wear your shirt.
But you would not wear the gray shirt.
The
gray
shirt.
shirt.
You could get me into the gray shirt long before you get me into that shirt.
The red? Because this is red. This is pink.
Either one of those.
You would.
This
wear
is
the red
very
one.
feminine.
Yeah.
Dan says, I would prefer bee's style, but on a different color. Let's see here.
Like a military green.
I can take the man's shirt and make it look like a girl shirt. Even better. You all know what I'll say. It depends.
It depends.
It depends. Yep. I like the gray because it's not as hot here in Florida. Let me see. Ghetto says, take B shirt and do the same phrase, but with bullet wounds across the shirt would make a good shirt. Yep. Yeah. Give a new meaning to holding the line, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. We're caught up. All right. What else you got? Or is it my turn?
Yeah.
Hey, I heard an interesting thing today that, so there's a new report out that the life expectancy for Americans has gone down again. We're down to 76.1 years is the average lifespan of an American today. And what I found in it, when I read further into it, what I found also interesting about that is that we now rank lower than Lebanon and Albania. Lebanon.
Wow.
Yeah, just so crazy. Oh, and so I will be in July, the first week of July, I will be in Michigan. I'm going to the Anyone Can Farm Experience Tribe Day up there. So that ought to be a lot of fun. Right? So if any of you guys are up in that area, feel free to come up and join me. I'd love to see some of you if anybody's getting around that area.
Maybe the M.I. Gardner will be there.
Yeah, maybe. Let me see here. Rickster says, idea, bees for girls, a wolf for men.
Hold the line wolf.
Yeah, I like the bullet idea because holding a line, you're trying to hold
a line.
I like that. Let me see. Big Kid says, I pretty much only wear white shirts on account thermal radiation. Let me see. I guess all those preservatives in the food isn't preserving us so good, huh? Yeah. Rain Country says we're supposed to live 120 years. Yeah, I agree. And I think it's crazy that we're down to 76.1 on average. Those are the new mortality tables that just came out, which again, it just continues to decrease. And it's crazy because technology increases, right?
Yeah, then that'd be a 50-year loss.
Yep.
If it was supposed to be 120.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they must think we can be productive for 76.1 years.
Wow.
Yeah, is that crazy to you?
Could you imagine how much more productive if you had an extra 50?
Oh, man. Well, but would you be productive enough to eat up your costs
eat up
because it's
the-
really
Right.
that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So what else you got?
Oh, okay. So like you had briefly mentioned the whole like friend with a vice.
Yep.
And my I had put in big words that, were free. Don't be a hypocrite.
So I'm taking a note. The newsletter came out. I want to make sure I made a
Beautiful.
note. Okay, I'm looking for the address here real quick. I can tell him where we're at. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's in Marion, Michigan. So the nearest airport's Traverse City, which I don't know where any of these places are, but so I'm going to Marion, Michigan. Let me see here. The tribe days, July the 8th, and with a skill. So I'll be there the 8th and the 9th of July in Michigan.
Yep.
All right, where are we at here? Did you write that down so you can look it up?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to get plane tickets and all that. Rankin says I rarely wear white unless I really want to wear my food because that is what will happen. Yeah. Rick says a bullet hole shirt would be cool. I could totally do that. Let me see here. But Banquet of Consequences says great live, but got to go feed the horses. I'll try to do a Zoom call next week. Oh, do the Zoom call. I love the Zoom call.
Yeah.
I do. You can thank the new medical training for those reduced years. Ugh. Hey, Mr. Rain, what's going on, bud? We were wondering where you were. Yeah, Ghetto, this is such a good point. Ghetto, you get a gold star. 76. So now they moved to collect retirement to 70, right?
Yes.
Well, actually, they want it to be longer than that. They want you to hold off getting Social Security to 72 or 74.
Yeah.
Right? So think about that. So your average lifespan is 76, and they want you to hold off on collecting your benefits to 72 or longer
74
so that you can maximize your benefit. Think about how insane that statement is. You're never going to maximize it much for your, the average lifespan of, 4 years or whatever it is. The scam.
Yeah.
Take Social Security the day it's available to you, the very first day, because you're not promised anything.
Yeah.
You're not. No. So think about that. The lifespan's now down to 76.
Yeah. We have a buddy who was talking to his friend in Ontario, and they're catching up, talking, a couple times a week, just like normal. And then the next morning he found out that his buddy died.
That's sad.
Yeah. Just a neighbor.
And that's probably figured into all the CB deaths to calculate that. Oh, of course it is. They calculate everything. Yep. I thought it was 72. Yeah, but think about that, Dan, bud. Your maximum retirement on Social Security is 72, and then you're on average, we're living 76.1 years. So you get to enjoy the benefits of your whole life paying into the system. And statistically, we'll enjoy it for 4 years. But the truth is you're probably not going to do that, because probably for 3 of those 4 years, you're going to be in a nursing home, which then they're going to spend down whatever assets you have left. So you don't give anything to your kids and you don't have anything left to give. And so you're going to kind of, give it all away. What a freaking scam. What a scam.
You're not supposed to be telling people that.
It is.
They need to buy into it.
I know, right? Yeah, they don't want us to live long. No, they don't. Calculating life expectancy with that new math. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, Rain Country says, yeah, maximize it for them. Yeah, crazy. Maximize your money on your deathbed. Fuck them. Yep, could not agree more. I couldn't agree more. Ghetto's 100% right. He's 100% right. We play this stupid game, and then what do you have left over? What a scam. Like, that irritates me.
That's why we're here.
Oh, man. Well, that's why we've done everything that we've done, babe.
Yeah.
Right?
Well.
Mr. Rain says, get your benefits as soon as you can. I would not agree more. No one will be able to retire. No sense adding to the system. Yet they automatically take it out for what? For whose benefit? Certainly not hardworking Americans. Nope. Nope, they are not. They'll take it to their own benefit so they can wage wars for greed and for profiteering and so they can launder money in overseas countries and for the military industrial complex. And so they can give benefits to people who, aren't even born here or not living here, not citizens here, right? So they can push their will upon other countries and other places. It ain't for the Americans at all. What a absolute scam. And the problem is we have no choice but to pay it.
Yeah.
Right. Or find a way to make money cash under the table or whatever, maybe, but we were forced to have that taken out of our paychecks. Yep. What an absolute scam. I see Sparky, Mr. Rain showed up. He did. True that my husband passed 6 months before he could claim. Don't eliminate Social Security, reduce the number of participants. Yeah. That's just crazy. And Miss Rain's been working on their solar room. Oh, LJC says, the idea of retirement was invented in Germany in the early 1900s. The lifespan was 67 years. So 65 was chosen as the retirement age. That is why Social Security is going bankrupt. Yeah, Social Security is going bankrupt because they spend the money on stupid things. If they would just put the money and leave it there, then it wouldn't be even close to being bankrupt. Furthermore, who's that? Furthermore, if they would let me manage my own money, I could make it grow to an incredible amount. Even if they mandatory you take it out of your check, but you can manage where it's invested and how it's invested and you control it, I could make way more than they make. I will never get out of the system what I put into the system. Do you have any idea who that is? No. God, irritate me to the core. Somebody's here. Medicine is a scam. College is a scam. Banks a scam. Banking is a scam. The American dream is a scam.
The American dream.
How sad is that, right? Yep.
Right?
Jane says rip off. Yeah. It was also started because there weren't enough jobs for younger folks. So get older folks out and pay them for 2 years so the younger folks can work. Here. Let me take over.
Oh, I know who it is.
Who is it?
Hot sauce.
Okay, go ahead. All right. B's got somebody here. Money for Social Security retirement will probably be gone in a decade. Yep. Yeah, this is important right here. Rickster, 2033 is what Janet Yellen was saying. I think it is less, but they've been saying this for years and years and years and years and years, right? Because you got to have fear, right? You got to be scared, right? If you're not scared, you won't be compliant. You won't be obedient. So they're going to tell you that it's going to run out, whether it is or whether it's not. They're going to tell you that I was reading that the World Health Organization was talking about the X virus and how, that it's going to be big and scary and blah, 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 blah. And so they got to keep us scared. I think this is just another example of that. Big kid put up a wall, insulate ceiling wire, 3/4 inch AC on the wall to hang the line energy batteries. See, I always thought because the U.S. government was incorporated that we get dividends in what they call tax credits. I don't know if that's true or not. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. I wish that was true, Arthur. Against all who recommended I wait, I took early retirement. Good for you. I would take it just as fast as you can. Been paying into Social Security since 1971. Yep. Isn't that crazy? And, I know nobody does this, and I wish that I had the foresight to do this, but to go back and log it, totally what you've paid in over time and then calculate it into the average lifespan and what you'll benefit. I got a letter many, many years ago saying I'd maxed out Social Security and that I was still forced to continue to pay it, but my benefits would never increase because I had maxed out Social Security. And I wish that I would have paid attention to it back then. And God, what a crock of shit. Hear about the AI drone test. They instructed the drone on its target and not to destroy the operator. The drone destroyed the tower that transmits instructions from the operator. I did not hear about that. Let me see here. Just think, there was a time people put up their own retirement instead of being forced to have the government do it for them. Guys, we could do so much better. You could put all your Social Security money in a simple annuity paying 3% interest and do better than the government does. Seriously. Government needs to get on my budget. Yeah, no doubt, huh? Yep, rob Paul to pay Peter. Yep, indeed. Yep. Everything okay?
Yeah.
She needed something?
Nope. just chickening.
Okay. Tell her you're on your lap.
Yeah. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. LJC, that's a decade, I guess, right then? I don't remember what the comment was. Starla says, Miss B and Mr. Tag, is there any chance you'll be doing a YouTube beekeeping class?
No, not really.
Mm-hmm. But if somebody wanted to come up and learn bees, you would certainly take them over.
I would certainly let you hold the boxes for me.
Yeah. See, I came from the generation where all electricians and radio operators were Sparky by default. You see here. Hey, I made it. Been a long time. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Been a long time.
It has been a long time. How are you? Good to hear from you. See here, the system, it's all fake, fraud, and a lie. Could not agree more. See here. Oh, what about a fishing pole for the line? Oh, that's cool. You know, for hold the line.
Oh.
Took me just a minute. Joshi says, when my husband died, I called to get widow benefits from his Social Security that he never got to collect and was told a widow is someone that has no money and is poor. I was still working, so I did not qualify. And what's so crazy about it is it's your money. How sad is that?
Right. And her husband had passed before he was even able to collect.
What an absolute scam. So all of the money that you paid in there. What an absolute shame. When I stopped the truck stop, the person cleaning the showers was an older man that moved real slow and shuffled his feet when he walked. I wondered if he had to do this to supplement his income. I bet. And how sad is that, you know? Rain Country, was there not a time that putting up retirement meant having kids? Yes. There were swarms of drones flying over my area a couple years ago. Yeah. I'm actually pretty worried about drones or 2 power poles.
Mm.
Yeah. You could absolutely do a, grid down thing with those, huh? Hello, late. I think you're right on time. 1 hour and 41 minutes and 52 seconds. 50. Nope.
50.
1 hour 42. Let me see here. We got to learn to get ourselves out of the system to not even pay taxes and Social Security. Yeah, well, you know what happened to all the money that you paid in? See, because by the time you can get enough assets to get out of the system to stop paying the stuff, you've paid in millions of dollars into a system that is going to hose you. So if we were to go completely to electric money, can I pay my Social Security and taxes with money that has a virus embedded? You might be able to. Yep. Yeah. I wonder how they'd secure that. That's actually interesting. There are a whole lot of gone by the wayside government programs that need to be gone, like the REA, but they are still fully staffed, cut by bygone era projects and downsize the government. Guys, let me tell you something. We could get rid of 90% of the government. We wouldn't even notice a difference. They don't do any. What do they do for you? Make a list of what they do for you. Besides repairing a road, can't really think of what they do for me. Yeah. Foolproof Life says, Joshi, that's crazy. When you retire, even if you retire early, you will get what he would get. That's just a crock. Carl Price says, doing well. My girlfriend is out of town. Between being with her and working my cows and gardens, I haven't been able to get on. Hey, I get it, man. We're living it every day too, bud. Just glad to hear from you. Yep. Hey, Randy. I'm super happy you're here too. Oh, hey, Miley. We got here. Hold the line with army men. It'd be funny with little green army men. I was looking for some of them the other day.
For real little army men?
Huh?
You were looking for little army men?
Yes. Some really old ones at the antique store. I was going to embed a couple on my table.
Oh, really?
There were some cracks down in the wood, and I was looking. They made them when I was little. They made them with a little pair of binoculars. And there was a guy laying on his belly with binoculars. I was going to cut him in half and stuff him down a crack.
Oh, that would have been funny.
But I never found one.
We might actually have something like that. We have like the boys' old little figurines.
Sweets Every Word says, is there a donation site you use like Cash App? You have PayPal? What do you use?
We've used PayPal in the past.
And you have Venmo?
I set one up, but I haven't ever used it.
Yeah. What's your PayPal address? At what?
It's like tag and B, PayPal me at tag and B, I think. Tag N.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm either.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So PayPal me at tag and B.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Oops. Sorry, I skipped around. Hey, where am I? Oh my goodness. Dan says government repair roads and enslave us. Right. That's pretty much all they do, huh? Absolutely crazy. Just absolutely crazy. MASH figures tag. Yeah. I take some. Got any? Let me see here. Hey, everyone. We need to share Tag and B's videos. They need 250 subscribers to hit 7,000. Oh, cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Super
pretty
cool.
cool.
Hey, Vicky, what's going on? This is the Sunshine Kid from Freesteading.
Yeah. Weren't they down? Wasn't there a tornado down by them somewhere?
There was, but I reached out to them. They were safe. I think if I remember right, she said it was like 10 miles away or something like that. But yeah, there was one really, really close to them. Yep, roping every American. No doubt. I would use the word repair very loosely.
Repair.
Yeah, no doubt. See here. Hey, all. Like a couple others that just came into the stream, I did too. Well, Farm Ranch Homestead, we're super happy you're here. Should just be an email address for the site or whatever. I think he's talking about PayPal. I don't have any idea what our PayPal address. I've never used it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Look it up.
Is it at PayPal?
I don't have any idea. I don't do it, so I'll post it once she figures it out here. I saw some little army men yesterday. I'll see if I can find you a binocular man. Yeah, like I said, I was just going to push him down in that crack so he was looking out. So someone would be eating their dinner, barely notice him, and then all of a sudden he'd be there, which would be funny. Let me see here. Agreed, Mr. Rain, at least here in the Pacific Northwest. Yep. Let me see here. Yes, tornado was close, but we were missed. Yeah, amen.
Yeah.
All you need is an email to send money through PayPal. So which email do you got linked through PayPal? Is it Tag and B? It's got to be Tag and B. Right?
Yeah, I think it is Tag and B.
Yeah, so the email address is tagandb@lifedonefree.com.
I think that's right.
All right, here. There you go. Okay, where am I at? Let me see. You can hit the dollar symbol in the chat, but they only get 70% of it, and it takes 2 months for them to receive it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's www.paypalme/tagnb.
Yep. So on there it says that it's capital.
No, www.paypalme.
And B. PayPal.
PayPal
me.
for
PayPal.
dot
me.
/ a question mark.
Oops. You're all technical on me. Okay. There we go.
If you would have hit the www, it would have probably popped up, highlighted.
Tag like that live chat. You three done. Looking for the 4. Tag like that live chat. You three done. Looking for the 4. I don't understand.
Was it you and
Am I looking for
Grumpy
a 4th?
and
Yeah.
All American Prepper? Use the 3 of you.
Yeah, we'd love to have a 4th, but the truth is I'd like to have 8. I'd love to get a bunch of people together and just do videos and talk about, whatever we rant about, Let me see here. We pay taxes so they can employ lots of people, so that we will pay taxes so they can employ lots of people. Rinse, repeat. Yeah, you forgot wash. Right.
Yeah,
my customers' email addresses. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And send to friends and family, not merchandise. Otherwise, PayPal charges a fee.
Oh, good thinking, my country.
If people are going to send money, do not send it through YouTube, as they take a large cut.
I didn't know you could send it through YouTube.
Yeah, you can. 94 watching, 59 likes.
smash that like
Yeah.
button.
Thank you, Jane. We'll put that in the community building.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanted to share that we tried freeze drying cucumber slices since we have so many from the garden, and they make a delicious cucumber dip. Very surprised at how good they were.
Delicious cucumber
Super
chip.
cool.
You said dip.
Chip.
Yeah, they make a cucumber chip.
Mm-hmm. I said chip.
No, you said they make a good cucumber dip.
Your hearing has not been very good lately.
Well, chips and dip go good together.
Yeah, super cool, Jane. Hey, we got 2 donations tonight, and like I said, guys, we'll put that towards the community building, and we're going to put it up quick here.
Mm-hmm.
We are closing in. Let me see here. I bet Tag would take payment in 9mm. I'd rather have it in 40 caliber, to be honest, but I would take it in 9mm.
Right.
I'd rather have in 5.56 of any of them, but at least there are 0 dislikes. Hey, that's right, Dan.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Would we know?
Ghetto says, I'm down for joining the panel, but don't expect it to stay monetized. You know, I don't really worry about that stuff. I mean, it is what it is. And I say some pretty,
We have a couple of videos like that.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got videos that they demonetize. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't, the truth is, and I don't know how many people know this, but YouTube doesn't pay anything. You know, we make, you guys know how much content I put out. I make about $150 a month on YouTube total with 7,000 subscribers. And I don't even know how many watch hours we got. Do you have any idea?
I do. I quit looking back when I was
Let me look
like,
here. I'll tell you real
we just
quick
made
here.
$30. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'll tell you here real quick.
But
Analytics. Lifetime. Okay, so I've had 33.9 thousand. So basically 34,000 hours of watch time.
Watch time.
And about 250,000 views. They don't pay anything, guys. But we don't do it for that. We do it more for the networking aspect of it. Because without YouTube, I wouldn't have gone to Tennessee, for example. If I hadn't gone to Tennessee, there's 3 great families that I hang out with all the time now. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
And so that's why we do it. But there's no money in YouTube. For anybody who thinks you're going to make a lot of money in YouTube, and I don't know, someone who with a lot of subscribers could maybe, chime in, but
right.
I don't make any money. I
Right.
can tell you that.
Maybe, right.
Yeah.
We don't know what anybody else makes. We just know what we make.
Yeah. Now, the super chat on YouTube means they take 30% for their cut. So if people can use PayPal to donate, that receiver gets 100%. Oh, really? That's not a bad price. It wasn't very long ago, bud, that I could reload them for about $200.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I will try to make some squash chips next. I actually bet that's pretty good. I'm not a big squash fan, but I have a freeze dryer from Harvest Right on layaway, says Kelly Ireland. Cool. Getting ready to pay that off. Can't wait to get it.
I didn't know they had layaway. Pretty cool.
Yep, I wish we could power it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll buy like a Home Depot gift card via fold card, then email the gift card code to whomever I'm helping. I'll get a few stats. They get to go get building materials. Yeah, amen. Let me see here. Life Done Free. I would go and pay for beekeeping classes.
Mm-hmm. So beekeeping classes, you might be able to get to free through your extension office.
This is a good point. 45 ACP says big kid, but speaking of calibers, think how many 22 long rifle you can buy and carry for the same price. Actually, a 22 long rifle is my go-to everything on the farm, right? I very rarely have to use, or need anything else. As far as beekeeping classes goes, I know that Bee would welcome if 3 or 4 people wanted to come and learn and free, right? Just come help and get around the bees. I'm sure she'd be happy to do that. Right?
Oh, yeah. I'm always interested in help.
Yeah. Let me see. Did anybody see that Lowe's will all close in 2023? I did not see that. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I like Home Depot better, but let me see here. I thought you were going to build one of those in-ground greenhouses. I've got the hole built. The hole's dug. I just got to pour the foundation and get working on it. So yes, I am going to build one. I don't know when, but it's not at the top of my priority list.
No, it is not.
Yeah, Miley Mason says Terrain Country. I like those EMP videos. Good job. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago we could buy 1,000 round cases for 200. Yeah, I used to just reload. I still reload most of my own, but okay.
Yeah, why not?
Yep. Right. Okay. You got anything else on your list? Or we just keep going?
Go ahead.
We did that when anyone can farm. Yep. Hey, so back to what we were talking about as far as the lives go. If anybody wants to sit and chit chat about things, we'll do lives. I mean, I'd love to bring 10 people in and just have a big old live and have fun and talk and about the world. And I think it would be,
or to have guest speakers.
Yeah.
Like, so not even necessarily the whole time, but just come in and chat
come into this live for 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll boot you out and let somebody else come in for 10 minutes and just talk. I would love that.
Say hi.
I would love every bit of that. It always rains here right after the lilac blooms. And this year the rain held off for a few days and I made a gallon of hydrosol. Wow. That sounds cool. I don't have any idea what that even is.
What is that?
Yeah. See here, for hunting, I recommend a stick bow. Can make ammo with sticks and rocks. I am still learning to nap, but great skill. Huh. Jonathan says, haven't heard about Lowe's closing, but if it happens, I wonder if they'll liquidate store stock to the public. Oh, I'm sure. Another thing you might consider getting for your mill backup is a supply of a couple solenoids. Yeah. I actually had one go out on my skid steer.
Just now?
Mm-hmm.
So it's down?
No, it's going out. It's shorting out. So I got to get it replaced. But it won't, it's not like that. It doesn't really just stop.
Did you look at the treads?
Mm-hmm.
Was
about the same as it was when
Oh, well, that was a chunk of rubber in the driveway.
Yeah. I'm going to have to replace them before soon.
Yeah.
Got to get that on the list of things to do, Hey, I'm going to order some more Freeman hats, and I'm thinking I'm going to do burnt orange and army green.
Burnt orange?
Yeah. Like
together?
No.
Burnt orange with army green?
I don't know what combination I'll do, but someone said that burnt orange would be cool. I'm talking about the earth tone color, right? Like terracotta. Right? So I think I'd like to do a few of those and some army green and black and army green and gray, something like that. But if somebody else has some ideas of some different colors, that'd be cool. I got to order them anyway. Right?
Are you going to do the light bulb on the back? Like this one has a light bulb on the back?
I don't know if I will or not. So to put the light bulb on the back.
The only one that had the light bulb.
So what she's talking about, see that back there? There's not all of them have this. The light bulb from our channel.
Key.
Yeah, with its. And actually it was supposed to be upside down because it's supposed to be an upside down light bulb. And then the key is out of the box thinking. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know if I will or not because it's $5 a hat to do that too. Everyone have to do that too. Is that worth another $5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make.
They're already.
So you guys remember Callie, right? I interviewed her, and she was the girl that used cannabis to save her son. If you guys haven't watched that video, go watch that video and then watch Darren's interview, the boy, afterwards, which is awesome. But anyway, so they just paid off their first, they have a home. And so I'm going to send her one, and her favorite color is burnt orange. But what I think I'm going to do, and I have not seen her on here, so I can say something, but guys know that she's big into mushrooms, right? So she mushrooms for this and mushrooms for that and all different kinds of mushrooms. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is get her one hat and get a mushroom put back there.
Just the mushroom?
Just the mushroom. Just for her. She impacted my life. So, yeah. And then I'll send it to her as a, just kind of a statement,
Yeah.
But, let me see here. Where are we at here? Pinball Preparedness often has 2,000 viewers on his live streams. How about doing a live with him about freesteading? You know what? Farm Ranch Homestead, what's interesting about that is I offered that. When he sent me a request on freesteading that he wanted to be a community leader, because there's an application. And when he sent it over to me, I did a video with him and I said, hey, look, I can do this any way you want. You can do it. I can do it. I'll come on your show. You can come on my show, whatever. And we can talk about freesteading or whatever. And he said, I don't usually do that. And he so I said, okay. And that was kind of the end of it. But we did have that conversation. Gizmo says orange for hunting. No.
Not bright orange.
No, not bright orange.
Like a burnt orange.
Like a burnt orange, yep. A couple of months ago said they were closing 50 stores, but I heard today that it was all of them. Uh-huh. Hunter's orange hat. I don't know if anyone would like them. Camo hats. Like I wouldn't mind doing some multi-cam hats or some, Vietnam era, tiger stripe or something cool, Had the solenoid go out on my hydraulics. Had to cheat the system with a screwdriver just to finish a couple boards yesterday. Let me see here. A whole lot of closures this year. Oh my good, isn't there?
Oh.
Oh, look at this. 233 dead, 900 injured in India train crash. I seen that as a headline, but I didn't. It was right before this live, so I didn't get to read it. Do you know Drummond's Live? Do you know what caused it? Crazy. Let me see here. Did you ever investigate the Garden Channel guy for freesteading? The Garden Channel guy. I don't know. I don't recall Starla, but I don't, that name does not ring a bell to me. So
The Garden Channel guy.
I don't think that's gotten to me, or I certainly didn't reach out to him, or I don't recall doing it. Let me see here. But so is the opposite of throwing a wrench in the works, Mr. Yeah. A live stream with Danny and Wanda, aka Deep South. Yeah, I've done a couple with them before, and it's about time. Tiger stripe with the Pitfield logo on the back.
Right.
Oh,
Pit feed.
Yeah, Pit Fiends logo on the back. Wouldn't that be cool? Nobody would know, Dan. You and I would know, though, wouldn't we? Yeah. What Dan's talking about is we played paintball early on, long time
He
ago.
was into that?
Oh, yeah. And the very first team we ever created was a team called the Pit Fiends, which came out of Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And so we played under that name for many years. And I don't even know. God, I'd have to find that. I'm sure I could just Google it and probably find it, but that would actually be pretty cool.
What are you looking for?
To put the Pit Fiend on the back, just for a couple of us, you know, it would just mean something. It'd be cool. I don't know.
If you did that, did your dragons?
Yes. How cool is that? Pat said posted a link, but it's not showing. Let me see here. I think a head on with another train. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That'd be absolutely crazy. Could you imagine that?
No.
Being in a train makes you not want to leave the house, huh?
No.
No? What else you got? I'm running out of stuff. You got anything else we want to go?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. My last thing was the don't be a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you want to talk about that?
I already did.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it. It was the friend with the vice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how can we be hypocrites? We can't.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be free.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be free. If we're all living free, how can I tell you how to live?
Yeah, I think that's really, really important that, you know, we proclaim to be a free man and we proclaim to be free, but yet we want to interfere with the freedoms of somebody else.
The freedoms of somebody else.
How can you be free interfering with somebody else's freedoms?
I don't do that, so I don't think you should do that.
Mm-hmm. I think that's great. A super important topic. Maybe that's something we should talk about on, get a bunch of people together. That'd be a good topic for a live.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, just about how can you be free if you are pushing your agenda on somebody else? You know, how can you be free if you're interfering with the freedoms of somebody else?
Yeah.
You know, as long as somebody is not removing the constitutional rights of somebody else or the natural rights, right, of somebody else, I think they should be left alone to do what they need to do. People make good decisions. They make bad decisions. I think you should have the freedom to choose, just not the freedom of the consequences of your choices.
Of the choices.
Right.
And I think you should say that slower because people don't, there's people that don't.
Why don't you say it? How you interpret that?
No, you say it how you just said it.
What I said is we should all have the freedom of choice.
Yes.
But you also are not free from the consequences of your choice.
Of those choices.
Right? Like this, everyone always says to me, they want to argue with me, well, should it be legal to yell bomb in a theater? Yes, it actually should. But the problem is that if everyone gets up and there's a big herd and somebody gets trampled, you should suffer the consequences of that.
Because those are the
your actions took the constitutional rights or the natural rights away from somebody else. We don't need a law that says that, right? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. See here, let me get through a few more of these here real quick here. What do we got here? Okay, I'm a nerd. I saw Pit Fiends and immediately thought Dungeons & Dragons. It was. We named it after the Pit Fiend. Many years ago.
So the Rickster's he's a dungeon master also. He's a fellow dungeon master.
Dan says we took the logo straight out of the original Monster Manual. Oh my goodness, man, that's been a long time, Dan. Man, we all need a good laugh. Mashed potato went kaput on his patootie at the Air Force graduation. How embarrassing for the U.S. Oh, did you guys see that? You didn't see that, did you?
Somebody fell.
All right, guys, stand by. Because BB's got to know what we're talking about here. So.
Kaput on his patootie.
Where is it at here? I seen it earlier.
Yeah.
So basically, Biden was at the Air Force Academy and just
he fell.
He fell and ate it. I don't know if it's in here somewhere.
And you were gonna laugh?
No, I'm not laughing.
Did he get a boo boo on his elbow?
When it loads, it's gonna load over there. But
it's probably gonna. You need to turn the volume down. It's gonna blare.
I got the volume off on this side. Watch right there. There he goes. Yeah, there's.
It's interesting how that lady just walked away from him. Like, aren't you supposed to help?
Well, yeah, it should have helped, but
the lady was like walking towards him, and she's like, "Just kidding, walk away."
Yep, he ate it. Mr. Rain says, "Agreed, Tag, absolutely." Yeah, that stuff drives me crazy. I hear people. I don't know if you guys remember this, but very early on in Freesteading, we had a community leader that was in there, who then told me, in another message, said, "Hey, having people like Pinball on Freesteading is not good for Freesteading, and I'm not going to be associated with that. So you got to get rid of him."
Yeah,
like, hell no.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
First of all, just you saying that means I can't now, right? But no, I mean, that's freedom of speech, right? I mean, that's freedom of, if you don't like what Pinball or anybody else for that matter has to say, don't watch. It's not complicated, right?
Yeah, but they didn't want to be on the same website as them.
Well, you know what? I don't want to be on the same internet as them. I don't want to be in the same state as them. I mean, grow some nuts, right? This is ridiculous. Grow up a little bit. I didn't see what the problem was, but whatever. Oops, sorry. I'm riding the train to New Mexico Tuesday. Didn't need to hear that. My kids bought me a train ticket for Mother's Day. It's on my bucket list to ride the rails across the country. Well, this one was in India. You'll be all right.
Safe travels.
Yeah, Gregory says that would be a great topic. Yeah, I need to find the right people to do it with. People who understand, compassion and tolerance, and that, we're all flawed, and that if you can't admit you're flawed, then you're really a part of the problem, Yeah, there you go. It's your ground. Plant what you like. Yep. I've been teaching some young ladies, all under 15, to shoot recently, and having conversations of why to carry a weapon and when not to use lethal force. How rewarding.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Chuck? Hey, Chuck and I need to do a video too. We keep talking about it, but we're just busy. You see here, it looked like he was scolding the sandbag. Yeah, he went down. Starla says he did not just eat it, he digested it too.
Oh my God.
Starla says one of the soldiers was giggling. I didn't see that. Did it look as elegant as bees fall?
Yeah, well, did it look as elegant as mine? His was on camera.
Oh, I don't know how to answer that.
Did you just picture me falling in your head?
Oh yeah.
And then you just laughed.
So she was
again out loud. You just laughed again out loud.
B was walking in front of me and down she went, but she went down. It took a little while. Right? Was that your chair?
Yeah, just this thing right here.
Oh, sounds like you farted.
No. Come on now.
All right. Where do we go here? I don't think I'm going to answer the question. Well, I'll get to see all the wild companies in Oregon this month. All the woke companies. Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad fall. The word you're looking for, Tag, is insufferable. Okay. Let me see here. Woke. Yep. Let me see here. Tamara said, I killed a coon night before last that killed 3 chicks. Did I ever tell you guys that B killed a possum with a pitchfork? How'd
you kill your coon? Because a coon, that's a little scarier than to me, that's a little scarier than a possum.
Yeah, tell them about your killing a possum with a pitchfork.
They know.
Oh, you told this story before?
Yeah.
Okay. When Tag falls, B gets to laugh as long as she wants, says Milk and Honey. Now, guys, for the record, I did not laugh until I asked her if she was okay. And when she said she was okay, that's when I laughed. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't just start laughing. I had not heard anything about Lowe's. My sister works there in accounting, but she is getting ready to retire. Tractor Supply here has berry trees for sale for half price.
Half price.
Yep. All right, let me see. He falls so much, I'm surprised he doesn't have a bunch of broken bones. Yeah, it was a mess. All right, babe, what do you got? What parting word do you want to talk about?
Don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, you already talked about that.
Yeah. Well,
you think it's that important?
I think that, it's easy to point your finger at somebody else who's doing something that you don't do. I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you do a lot of other things, I'm sure of it. So,
Yep. I think what B's saying too there is, freedom only works if it works both ways.
Yes.
Whether you like the idea or you don't like the idea.
Yes.
Whether you like somebody's right to, let's use the transgender thing. Whether or not you like someone's right to dress as the opposite sex, it's really none of your business. I mean, at the end of the day, they have that right as long as they're not removing your constitutional rights, right?
Yeah.
Even though whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, whatever it is, it's really just none of your business. And so we have to be stewards of freedom. And you can't be a freedom warrior putting other people down and being critical of, their life or what they choose for themselves or whatever that is, whether you agree or disagree.
Yeah.
In my opinion. What do we got here?
Right.
Mr. Rain killed a rat with a garden hand spade. Let me see. Gizmo.
You'd have to be pretty fast because those rats are fast.
Yeah. Let me see dirt and rat pieces flying everywhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit the ground.
44 mag to the head works great, both on a coot and a possum. That's a waste of a big bullet. I just use a 22. Didn't you just say 22? You could carry more. Let me see here. Orchland store is changing to Tractor Supply, and actually, our Orchland's changed to bomb guards here. None of my business until they force it upon my children. That's what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Ghetto. As long as they're not interfering with the freedoms of somebody else, they should be free to do whatever they want to do. I don't see any problem with it. And once they begin to interfere with the freedoms of somebody else, now there's a problem. And I think there's a problem. This is a line which we stand upon, right, guys? There's many things I don't agree with that goes on out there that I think are silly, that I think are dumb or ridiculous or whatever it is. But who am I? Am I less flawed than somebody else? I mean, you're not supposed to do that when I can see you, just so you know.
I thought you looked over there.
Yep. Tamara Smith says my specialty is red velvet cake and German chocolate cake, which is my favorite, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me see. The corpse is down. I repeat, the corpse is down. Oh, no. Mr. Tag must be sorry I did not watch last Friday, but some very tough things have happened here. But good to see you tonight. Well, I'm sorry. I hope, we want to send out some prayer warriors for you, Starla. What's going on? You don't give details, but
we're happy to see you tonight.
Yep. People around here stopped using Tractor Supply for most part after the feed fiasco. Yeah. Yep. As long as you're not harming others or their property, do whatever you want and move along. Could not agree more. Don't forget to hit the like. Oh, thanks. I thank you, everybody. And they have hard heads and are hard to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add? We'll get out of here. Nope. So I'll leave it with Ghetto's comment here. He says, if you're wearing a panda suit in public, my freedom to laugh is as important as your freedom to make me laugh. Could not agree more. And you do not have the right not to be offended. We have the freedom of speech. And exercising your freedom of speech is not removing the rights of somebody else. Because they have the right to say you're a dumbass too, or they have a right to comment back, right? So, Ghetto, I think that you absolutely have a right to laugh, and I think you should laugh. As long as we're not taking away the freedoms of somebody else, I'm game. Great live. Thanks for everything. Tag and B. Have a good one. Yep. Good night, Dan.
Good night.
I'll email you in the morning. Okay, cool. Yep. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. We will see you guys for sure on Friday, and I'm sure I'll get a live in the middle there somewhere, and I'll get some videos out next week too. But hold line. Don't give an inch.
Be out.
See you guys. Good night, everybody.